Mtu mmoja pale niliona amecomment akasema next time umetuletea Maina Kamunya, wakili Maina Kamunya. Tungetaka kujua sana nani huwa na mdress?
Mwenye huwa na dress. Mwenye huwa na dress sasa tutasema aje? Si ni wife.
So ni wife anakufanyia maneno mzuri hivi.
Of course. Lazima ukitoka nyumba unaangalia unaambiwa unavaa hivi, anakuambia toa hii, vaa hii. Najua si wa color blind lakini wao wanaona zaidi kutuliko. So but sijapata ule designer. Nikipata designer ule sasa na jenyewe pesa ikikuja tutamwambia ni nani.
Na kwa sababu kuna watu hawakuoni vizuri, nataka uwaeleze bit by bit kutoka chini mpaka juu. Ile umevaa pesa ngapi? No. Shika hapa lazima niwaoneshe.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Niwaoneshe pole ndio huko. Welcome back to yet another episode of Street Talk. I'm your host Mheshimiwa Bendawa, and thank you once again for joining us. Thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for sharing our content, giving it a thumbs up. We don't take it for granted. If you are new here, consider subscribing. So karibu sana kiongozi. Wewe si mgeni hapa. So I will allow you to introduce yourself better. Na ulize mafans wangetaka kujua ukoni umekuwa wapi, hawakuoni.
Okay, habari zenu watu wa The Street Talk. My name is Maina Kamunya. Na mimi ni kijana, mwanasiasa, mwanabiashara. Niko tu mtaani. Kuchaka hapa busy kidogo. Unajua wenye taxes ziko. Sasa hii lazima watu watie bidii, you double your efforts kwa sababu nayo taxi inazidi kuongezeka. So there's no time to lament, there's no time to complain. Hata ukirament ama ukikasirikia gava, your life have to move on. So wherever you are, kiumane, wacha katambe. Kitaturamba na sisi tutakiramba. Hatuna otherwise.
Asante sana. Karibu sana kwa Street Talk. Mafans wangu wanakupenda sana na wanatakaga wasikie wisdom yako. But before wasikie wisdom leo, kuna mtu mmoja pale niliona amecomment akasema next time umetuletea Maina Kamunya, wakili Maina Kamunya. Tungetaka kujua sana nani huwa na mdress?
Mwenye huwa na dress. Mwenye huwa na dress sasa tutasema aje? Si ni wife.
So ni wife anakufanyia maneno mzuri hivi.
Of course. Lazima ukitoka nyumba unaangalia unaambiwa unavaa hivi, anakuambia toa hii, vaa hii. Najua si wa color blind lakini wao wanaona zaidi kutuliko. So but sijapata ule designer. Nikipata designer ule sasa na jenyewe pesa ikikuja tutamwambia ni nani.
Na kwa sababu kuna watu hawakuoni vizuri, nataka uwaeleze bit by bit kutoka chini mpaka juu. Ile umevaa pesa ngapi? No. Shika hapa lazima niwaoneshe.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Niwaoneshe pole ndio huko. Ndio waone.
Sasa how do I explain now?
You say this I bought how much? That one how much? Mpaka you
buy tu. Hii kiatu ni leather brown shoe Hii utapata na 45. Hii ni jeans. Utapata na 15. Shati hadi ikienda sana 350. Koti 1500. Hivyo tu. Umefanya Mkikuyu asemangi nini yake but anyway.
Value. Ile kitu Mkikuyu asemangi ni watoto peke yake, lakini kama umepiga luku safi na watu wamekubali pale lazima tuione.
No problem.
So maneno zimefanyika mingi sana za kisiasa pale. Na tunapenda sana ukituchaganulia siasa. So leo ilikuwa Tuesday, kulikuwa na Kamukuji pale wameitana, watu wa Azimio wameitana Kamukuji. What were your takes home? Ni nini ulipata pale viongozi wakiongelelea?
Okay, by personally I didn't know kuna meeting kama hiyo. I think vile tu saa 7 hivi nikipita tu nikaona kuna something happening. Na watu wameongea maneno mingi. But as observation number one, it was one of the largest meeting wamefanya tangu iweze kufanya maandamano. One of the largest. Ukiangalia population inakwambia watu kama wataendelea kusema watitisha maandamano, the government must be prepared. I think now people wana understand kina maandamano ilikuwa inafanyika. Two, out of the speeches nimesikiza all zikiletwa pamoja, the source ni the bill yenye tulipitisha, the finance bill, now the finance act 2023, wakiramikia especially bei ya mafuta, maisha ya gharama imepanda. Na pia Lehote Gachagua said that the other day wakati alikuwa hapa JKUAT akasema alikuwa the guest of honor hapa JKUAT during their graduation, akaambia wanafunzi ya kwamba or the graduates kati ya kwamba wakuje nje lakini hakuna makazi, watawasaidia serikali kutafuta kazi. And in a way it doesn't really make sense.
Before sasa we go hapo, tufike hapo. Asante sana, at least umetuguzia what happened pale Kamukuji. Now wewe finance bill vile ilipitishwa na vile budget uliona ilisomwa pale, ina take effectiveness comes July. So wewe ulikuwa unaisupport hii finance bill, na ni nini ingefanywa, maybe amendment?
Okay, from where I sit and from my analysis, the only thing that you need to pray God for it happen ni ati we have a bumper harvest of maize, because as we speak, Kenyans must know that the government does not have room for borrowing, right? So no matter how much they want to execute their manifesto, they don't have the finances. So the only way they could find a way to correct those resources by taxing the Kenyans. Although it is in a way it is even immoral, because you can't overtax me in the name of helping me, right? So it doesn't really make sense. But you see now, it's the only option that we have as a government. Two, if God give us good harvest, especially for the maize, which is our staple food, what will happen is that the demand in the market for maize will go down. So we may find ourselves in a situation where Uganda, currently Uganda and some other nation in Africa are, that you are full, you are not hungry, but you don't have the resources, you don't have money. So ile pesa ulikuwa unatumia kwenda kununua unga, na utakuwa unatumia kununua mafuta ya kupika, maybe kulipa fare, especially wale watu wa kukula mashinani. Unajua nao maisha ilikuwa ngumu kwa sababu kama uko na mama yako akogeshage kwa Murang'a, venye wewe unaishi Nairobi ndivyo anaishi kule. Jukure hakuna mahindi. For now hatujakuwa na good season for the last around 2 years now. So you see, wewe uko hapa Nairobi, you are struggling to live your life, na uko na mama yako na baba yako akogeshage. So venye unaishi kule wanaishi kule. So kile kitu kidogo unapata unafanya budget yako na pia unawatumia. But now if they have the harvest, so ile kitu walikuwa nakuitisha nao, kama baada ya kutushia pesa ya unga, sukari na kila kitu, utatumia pesa ya kununua mafuta ya kupika. So what will normally happen from where I sit is that if you have a good harvest, life will stabilize. Hakutakuwa na watu wako na njaa sana, juu kutakuwa na food, kutakuwa na chakula. But now ile the value of the cash itakuwa so much imepotea. The 1,000 bomb now it's almost losing value, right? So utapata uko na 1,000, but hiyo 1,000 unaitumia fare, kununua kitu ya kupika majani, kununua mafuta ya kupika, but kwa unga uko sorted. So unaona, so nani nitakwambia ni kuicorrect, ni kuchukua hii uweke pale. Unaona, so hakuna kitu ta change. Unadhani sasa maisha iko hivyo, we may find ourselves the same way, it stabilize, because Kenya kinafanya to feel uchungu from July 1st, kwa sababu tax ikitoka hiti ile 16%, maisha itapanda, but July bado tutakuwa tunapata harvest, maybe kutoka August kwenda September, unaona. So meaning hii mwezi ya July watu watafeel the pain, kwa sababu sana maisha imepanda juu, bado hakuna mahindi, bado unga iko juu, bado fare iko juu, right? So ujue ule mtu wa matatu, wewe ukipandishwa fare, mafuta ikipanda pia atakuongezea fare, lakini kwenye unafanya kazi hujaongezwa payment. So life will be difficult for around maybe either in July, now maybe up to mid August. But now when we start to get harvesting, now life will slowly by slowly to stabilize.
Do you believe ama do you feel like Ruto kwa ile manifesto yake ni kama sasa ameanza ameangalia masilahi ya hustlers, the so called hustlers, watu wa pale bottom, ni kama wameangaliwa na hii finance bill na stories za budget?
You see, the problem is we need to blame our Kenyans. I don't know why we are so much educated, but our degree of ignorance is so high. Two, Kenyans do not take politics seriously. They don't, and it's a time that they need to learn. Take politics very, very serious. It affects everything. Politics it affects your way of living, it affects how you marry, it affects where you live, it affects how you do your life each and every day. So be very, very careful. When you're electing a leader, when you're electing a president, a governor, a women rep, be very, very careful. Because you see now, Ruto could not have told the Kenyans or elaborated further how he'll get the money to finance his manifesto. But back in his mind, he knew. But you see now, most of Kenyans are ignorant. What he is doing is he is right, because alituambia atajenga manyumba. Tulisema hapana. So we voted him in because of the manifesto that he sold to us. But the only thing we did not ask him how will you implement the plan that you had. Ruto is in his in his right senses and his right capacity to do what he promised. But now how he is doing it is not how Kenyans expected or what Kenyans the views were. Now they have now to cry kutuambia hivi, but you see now from where he sit akisema pale atuambia he is justified kutuambia, you know what, I told you nitajenga manyumba, pesa ilikuwa inatoka wapi? You get the point? So I would urge Kenyans next time, please, as you're electing a member of parliament, as you're electing a governor, a women rep, an MCA, please be cautious. Take politics serious. Look at the other international world. Hizi madunia zimeendelea mbele kidogo, hizi nchi. Watu tunasemanga they are developed nations. Look at how they take politics seriously. They don't joke. If you violate their right, they go on the street. If you are corrupt, they stand and say you do not deserve to be to hold any public office. But in Kenya, it's contrary opposite.
Haya, recently tumeona Ruto huko nje ya country na alikuwa anajaribu kupigania ile stories za IMF, vile tunapeagwa loans kama developing countries, na vile hao wengine wanapeagwa developed countries, ni kama hakuna equality. Ni kama sisi I think tunapewa na 8%, hao wengine wanapewa na 1%. Ni kama hakuna equality. Sijui kama ulidodoa something there, na I want you to combine it with the brilliant speech yenye alipeana kuhusu climate change.
The system of the financial system of the world.
We saw someone who is fighting for Africa.
You see, and I thank God that I'm always very passionate about Africa, and I can tell you that I followed that summit, the 3 days. I followed it. Whatever he said, whatever other president of Africa they said, I watched through the night. And I can tell you, the presidents of South Africa, the president of Kenya, the president of Ghana, the president of Malawi, those four, and Kagame, they really know where Africa need to be. Because I listen to them, they know what need to be done, they know where the injustice is coming through, and they want that hole to be sealed. So whatever Ruto was saying there, and you see what I've told you. So Ruto, he told us about fulfilling his manifesto. Did you ever know that he would go and fight the world financing system? But now, if you listen to him, what he was saying there, that you know what, extend to us the debt we have. Give us a grace period of 10 years. Now, after 10 years, then tell us how to pay this loan. And we are not refusing to pay, shall pay it, but give us a gracing period of 10 years. Tell me, if Ruto was given a gracing period of 10 years, all the loans we are paying today, the $500 he was talking about that we pay every year. Tell us that if you are told now, you don't pay this loan from now for the next 10 years, how impactful will that be to the economy? It means all the loans you are paying each and every year, billions and billions of money, that money will come back to the economy. So what will happen is, he will be able to fulfill his agenda and manifesto so easily to an extent that he can be able to change the constitution and rule for another 10 or 20 years. In fact, that's what I was able to deduct. If Ruto Ramaphosa, Kagame, I'm forgetting the name of this from Malawi and also from Ghana, if they're able to convince the international world and the international monetary fund and the World Bank, if those loans are negotiated, and you are given a grace period of 10 years, I'm telling you, Ruto will do much more than Kibaki did, much more than Uhuru did, and the impact that we'll feel, it will be enough for us to say that, you know what, we want this guy to continue running the way Kagame did, and he can easily change the constitution and run for more than 10 years.
Ruto promised the content creators, the digital content creators, that he'll be supporting us very much in a wide way. Na najua yeye ni mfuasi wa Mheshimiwa Bendawa YouTube channel. Ningetaka umpe message moja safi. Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute.
No, 1 minute 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Before I come,
No, muangalie vizuri.
So muangalie
to the next
what I would urge the president, His Excellency, kindly consider these young people. These are young men and women educated with degrees, but due to the current situation of unemployment in our nation, they are trying to look for something else they can do to earn a living. They don't want to be beggars. The way you told the international world that Africa does not want to be beggars. Also, the young people in Kenya do not want to be beggars. They want to work hard, earn a living, and give themselves a fortune in the future. So therefore, please consider them, support them wherever you can. Don't fight them. Allow them to express and also enjoy their constitutional rights and freedom of expression. So support the young people.
Thank you.
They are the asset of this nation. They are not liabilities.
Thank you. But I wanted you specifically to congratulate him for that brilliant speech. Yeah, 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes plus. Mimi ilinifurahisha sana. Hiyo ya yenye aliongea wazungu walikuwa wanainuka na viti wamefurahi sana. Hiyo speech ilikuwa brilliant. So simple. I wanted you to say thank you.
So thank you, Your Excellency, the President, and we are grateful that we voted you in. For sure, you are representing us well, not only in Kenya but internationally. And the steps you have taken, remember there are people who before you, their predecessors took those steps. You have the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe. You also the former president of Libya, Muammar Gaddafi. They took the bold step that you are taking. So we only wish you well. We support you. And because you know how this is gonna backfire. I know now the international world, especially the US and other nations that are feeling threatened by your speech and the awakening you are bringing in Africa. They can now start sponsoring war and something in Kenya, so that we see you as our enemy. We shall not do that. We shall support you. We shall stand by you, because the steps you have taken are the right steps to ensure that we see a glorious Africa.
Haya, turudi hapa Kenya. Deputy
before nimalize hiyo, you see. And I would urge especially the African countries. You see these 5 guys, when you're on the Canada, they know what they need to be done.
They have political muscles.
Yes, we need to learn from history, and because I know most of these powers. If you looked at the president of France, you could tell that he was really embarrassed.
Very much.
He was very, very embarrassed. But you see now what might happen. They may now start sponsoring civil war crisis in Kenya, and also the, what do you call them? This is human rights organization and everything to destabilize our Africa. So Kenyans must be very, 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 very cautious and very much vigilant to ensure that when these things happen, you don't, because you see Libya was doing so well before Gaddafi was murdered. Look at where Libya is today.
Devastating.
You get a point. So it's a plan. As the president said, those systems were designed to ensure that to disadvantage Africa, to make sure that we remain slaves for the rest of our lives. So we need to support those who are fighting for those rights. I really watched and I felt this. These guys know what they need to be done, and we need to congratulate them. We need to support them wherever they come from, and for their side. Waende Russia ama China washikane na wape baka puko.
Yes. Tutirenda haro nyingi. Anyway, karibu Kenya tena. Sasa tumerudi hapa Kenya. Deputy President Rigiji ameonekana ako na mvutano na MCAs. MCAs walikuwa wanaomba waongezewe kamshahara kidogo, lakini akasema hatuna pesa kwa public coffers, hakuna kitu. Then MCAs wakajishika wakasema hizi maneno za budget za counties hatupitishi kamwe. Ni nini inaendelea kati ya MCAs na governors na deputy presidents?
Okay, first of all, MCA are they rightful to ask for increment in their pay? I think they are. Yes, they should. Because one, if you look at what they do and what the member of parliament do is the similar. Right? Look at how members of parliament, when they get in, the first thing they do is they consider their stomach first. They increase their salary and everything. That's what in fact even the current parliament did. So MP, I think now we are counting. This is now the fifth term we have as under the new constitution, having the MCAs. At what point do they get a salary increment? Right? Should they be considered as part of those who should enjoy a salary increment? Yes, they should. From where I sit, I think they should be increased. Their salary should be increased. If not that, make sure that, because now you see now what the government of William Ruto have done. It is crippling devolution. Ruto is not sending money to the counties as on time. The money sent is not enough as per how it should be done. So therefore, what eventually happens is that the MCA, no activities going on in a ward, no projects are going on, and because people cannot see the development happening, now they come to the MCA to ask for help. But you see, if the government is able to fund devolution well, and because from where I sit, personally I believe devolution was designed to be the game changer. That we will no longer rely on the presidency, we will no longer rely on the national government. If the hospitals in the counties work, for instance, if all hospitals are working, we have the medicine there, we have good roads, we have water, we have security. What more do we need? You get the point? So, but you see now, nothing is working. Hospitals are not working. We don't have the security. We don't have good roads. So eventually, the person who was supposed to ask for those functions to be done by the county has no capacity to do that. He wants to oversight, but he cannot be able to do it. Do you know why most of the MCs, after they are elected, they relocate from their ward and go look for somewhere else to stay? Because you see, when a burial happens, when somebody dies in the ward, they must be there. They must be in a church harambe. They must be to cater for somebody's hospital bill. And remember, their salaries. 144,000. That is without taxation. When
deduction inakuja,
yes, 80 something thousand. So niambie, if this MC attend harambe every Sunday, then a hospital harambe another for maybe once per week. So at the end of the month, that person may be having less than 20,000. So remember, he has a family to run. He have a lifestyle to live. What are you saying?
Ni gumu
sana. So ile kitu naitaka ni kwamba William Ruto should, and especially the Kenya Kwanza government, let them focus on devolution. It will ease their responsibility, because once county works, watu kwa county, if they are served well, they may not even be concerned about who did the job. Wataanza kusema serikali inafanya kazi vizuri. Lakini kama mashinani kazi iendelee, governor afanyi kazi, MC afanyi kazi, pia watalalamikia serikali kubwa. Na hiyo si kazi ya serikali kubwa. Ni vile tu wewe umeshika pesa kule juu, hujaachilia pesa kuja kwa counties.
Sawa Maina, hatuwezi maliza hii conversation, ni refu sana, na I will look for you for another time. At least tuongee hapa kwa mtandao ndio to keep updated. So hiyo date 77 to goje nini? Maandamano ya Azimio ama?
So from what I have heard from the resolution that have been led by Eugene Wamalwa, amesema Wakenya kwanza wa boycott kulipa taxes. Two, wajitayarisha kwa maandamano. Na itakuwa ni ile maandamano ya kila siku hadi serikali isikize. The people must take their power from the elected representative now to their hands. Tu wakasema serikali ya Ruto masikio yake haisikii, imezimbikana, unless wapige kofi ifunguke. So wakasema saba ndio watapeana direction kule vile kitakuwa. But what I would say from where I sit, kama kiongozi naweza waambia kwamba this Kenya belong to all of us. And there's somebody who said a very good words. Na maneno ambayo ukisikiza kama kiongozi unaelewa maana yake. The late third president of the Republic of Kenya, Mwai Kibaki, alisema vizuri sana. Whenever I'm speaking to an enemy, to my political enemy, I'm not looking to create more diversity in terms of ideology and everything. Whenever I'm speaking, I'm looking for a point of convergence. Where can we meet and discuss, have a dialogue? Because you see, if we go the route of Maandamano each and every day, because Sabasaba, we all know what Sabasaba brought. This country will come to a standstill. Innocent people will die. Looting of property will happen, and both of us will lose. Kenya Kwanza will lose. The Azimio will lose. But what need to happen is they need to come together as leaders. For sure, Kenyans are suffering. Let us come, sit down, look for an amicable solution. What needs to be done? From where you sit as an opposition, what do you think should be done? From where you sit as a government, why are you proposing this? Then you look for a point of
convergence.
That is it.
Asante sana. Sasa ongea na watu wako wa Juja constituency, waambie 2027 unapaga aje, na before that utakuwa unawapagia nini, ama mnataka aje. Wewe kama kiongozi unawatakia nini? Unajua wako hapa wananiulizaga, sasa mimi nitawaambia nini? Na uko hapa, shika tell them.
So okay, what I would say first of all is to congratulate our mheshimiwa George Koimburi. Nimeona anazidi kupeana chakula. Tulikuwa naye siku nyingine nikasikia amepewa bags of rice from the national government that will be given to the people of Juja. Thank you very much mheshimiwa, endelea kutumikia watu wa Juja. The only thing that we want to focus on is the issue of young people, the issue of education, the issue of boy child and girl child empowerment, and also the issue of drugs and alcoholism abuse. So tutashikana mkono sisi kama viongozi wa vijana, na pia wamama, viongozi wa kanisa, viongozi wa wale tumewachagua MCAs, MP, Senator, Women Rep, Governor, tushikane mkono and make sure that these people that we call the young people, tunaambia viongozi wa kesho, they are not liabilities to our nation. They are not liabilities to our generation. They are not liabilities to our society. They are assets. If you only maximize and utilize them in the right way, provided the minimum opportunity we can get to ensure that we empower them, whatever you can be able to do as a person, create one job opportunity, create 2, create 3, whatever we can be able to do it, let us do it for the sake of them, because the future of this constituency belongs to them, the future of our country belongs to them, and the future of Africa and the whole world belong to us. So thank you very much watu wa Juja, tuendelee kushikana mkono, and I'm sure at the end of it all we shall be able to rejoice and say that we did something great for our generation. Thank you very much.